In this video, we take a tour of the Gold Dredge at Yankee Fork, and then we go to Custer Ghost Town. So, hope you enjoy this video. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to do a tour of the Gold Dredge for Yankee Fork Gold Dredge. Then we're going to go to Custer Ghost Town and explore it a bit. I won't leave everything in, but I'll give you some good clips as much as I can on the dredge and on the Ghost Town so you can at least get an idea what it's like. It is so pretty here. The river alongside the area is just stunning. It really is a very pretty area, and we're really enjoying it. So I hope you enjoy this video.
Feet on the stripes in the Alabama highway, out there in the open, just a wishing and a hoping I could smell the pines when I let you in the doorway. Took the seat next to mine like you've been there before. I'm befriended $18.99.
That's what it did.
Yep. Until 1952. And moved here in 1953. Wow. The other half is over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other half is on the other side over there. Well, digging up all them rocks. Look at the buckets. Here's the buckets. That's just one of them. Digging ladder. Water pumps. Water pumps. Three pumps on board with a combined capacity of 8,400 gallons per minute. Three pumps on board. Okay. Not gonna lie, those steps were pretty steep and I was not. It just felt like I needed to hang on, and it was way over steeper than I'm used to. So if you come here, just know that there are 3 flights of fairly steep stairs you have to go up, and what goes up must come down. So you do have to take 10 sections back down, but pretty cool and definitely worth definitely worth the walk up. They're just really steeper than you would have today. Yep. I'm not enjoying these steps. Cents per hour. Oh, a heater. And in case I haven't mentioned it, it's June 16th, 24, and it's flipping cold outside. I don't know who did get the memo that it's mid-June, but they're talking snow tomorrow, so it's probably 50, but we're from Florida. It's flipping cold, and inside this building, it's really cool. I mean, it's a cool building, but it's also very cold. Look at this. Look at this.
You can just slow down the fire line. It doesn't have to stop like they do. This was not originally here. They had done it by hand before, and they had to stop the line, hand pry out everything, and then away out the door there. And then they finally got smart. Okay, we'll spend the money, we'll put on the lock injectors and stuff. And made it better. Where does it go? And then went ahead and had it till about 1950, and then Snake River wanted to get out of it, and then Simplot went ahead and bought it. And he had it until about 53. So $428,000 dredge, he bought it for $75,000. And he did some good work. He had some good luck. Total time and within that framework, you're looking at a 2-foot square chunk of gold. Okay. So 1.1 million in gold and silver, that's all that came out of it. So they said about 40% efficiency overall. Oh, of course not. No, well, no, because then it sat from 53 to 66. And then what he did was he said, okay, I still have it. And then he was working on helping on the Morrison claim up here, farther up in Georgia. And they had to go ahead, something went wrong. And so he had to finally, things got shut, he was getting out of it, and all of a sudden, the dredge is sitting on somebody else's property. So they had to get it moved, so they had to turn it around. That's why it's facing downstream. I get asked that a lot. Why is it pointed that way? Yeah, well, it's because he had to get it off the other property, so it's down here. And then what he did was, is he said, okay, Forest Service, I'll gift it to you, and I'll make your property or whatever it was.
It's amazing, isn't it?
This thing is exposed. So as it's digging, and it's being pulled forward and stuff like this, it's digging its own pond. And the Yankee Fork is helping to support the water for the processing and stuff. That's it. And so that's why you got the fence getters, he's called. He sets out the big dead man anchors out front with the cable systems that you went by downstairs when you came in. They're setting those as anchor, as pull-along. So that he can, the winch man there, he can just go, he's digging, and he can just sweep it. And then go over to the other one, and then just drop it down a little more, and bring the bucket line back, and keep doing that progressively until it gets down to 37 feet. And, well, yeah, you see that, you've seen it. And he's running these things around the city.
Clothes locker, storage bins, sluice boxes.
Huh?
Sluice boxes.
The use of Roman numerals is interesting. Why would they do that?
Huh.
Control. And open those, each of those buckets, 10 feet down into there, and the conveyor running out the back, off and then pile up to the.
I'm cold.
Thank you too for breaking it. You guys did pretty good. I've seen several of these. They have a really good association. It's 79.
Obviously, I cut out a lot of the tour. It's really interesting, the old Gold Dredge, and they have people there that work there that are familiar, that can tell you all the information about it. It was a very cool experience. So, hope you enjoyed this clips, and I'm going to include the photos I took while I was there too. And hope you enjoyed. What does it say? Ice cream, handmade jewelry, water, artifacts. Oh, candy.
What, in there?
That's what it says.
Walk in there.
Yeah, I'll make it pretty good. Let it hook up and move and pro charger. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's big boy.
That's diesel.
Beautiful. Yes, I was talking about you. Yes, I did. You heard me. Heard me and jumped up.
Where Chris has got one of these. She collects shot glass.
The Art of McGowan's Museum. Here, I thought it was important to put Nocatee on the map, so here we go. I put us on the map. This is a pretty cool little museum. Just a lot of stuff from back in the day that was returned, so very cool. I read on somewhere that a lot of this stuff was returned from people that lived there or were families of the people from back in the day. So this is representative of stuff that was in the homes at the same time, which is what any museum stuff should be. But these were actually from some of the families, and they have names of the different family members and people that lived there and worked there that returned stuff and brought stuff back to stock this to make this museum. So pretty cool that these are actual utensils from people of the day. Wow. Old dental instruments, dentist drill bits, dental chair of Dr. Robert W. Phillips. He and his wife Ethel came to Custer in 1901. Bought the dental chair in 1902. Wow. Kerosene lamps. As per usual, Victor's on the shop page. I'm going to go on and explore on my own. So I went to the path and I'm reading this stuff. But what really gets interesting is the next one. about the wind. It was really windy out there. And that was a little confusing because I couldn't see the gravesite right away. But pretty interesting.
Oh. I think I went the hard way. Olga Johnson died February 2nd, 1890. Age 10 snowslide. Josephine Johnson, February 2nd, snowslide. Ann Johnson, snowslide. So sad. Yeah, so sad. That's awful.
Such an easy to save them was. And remember that babies that woke up crying and they got up to take care of the baby and not save them from this.
Oh, how awful.
This was such a tragic story. What the poster says is snowslides were common during the winter months, but none so tragic as on February 2nd, 1890 at 8 p.m. the steam whistle of the Custer mill shrieked the alarm, alerting the town of treacherous slides. One slide crashed down Bald Mountain and flooded the Nell Johnson's home with snow, plucked it from the foundation, spun it around, and sent it sailing across the Yankee Fork River. Townspeople frantically searched for the occupants, Nels and Mary Johnson, and their three young daughters. The parents were pulled to safety, but Olga, age 10, Annie, age 6, and Josephine, age 4, were killed. Other snowslides prevented burial in the Bonanza Cemetery, so the girls were laid to rest here.
Oh, that's awful. I feel bad for them. I mean, I know it's been many years ago, but I still feel bad for them. Oh, how awful.
Where are y'all from?
Florida. So we're ways away. Yeah. Well, we drove through Idaho a few years ago and realized it was really pretty, so we rode side by side and came back.
That's so easy. We live just across. My father-in-law lives right down here.
Oh,
Olive.
so we're just exploring everywhere. So we've been in Mackey, we're at Sawmill Station right now, and then we're going on up to Grangeville
Okay.
and around and through and over and for a few months. I'm not walking up there.
This essentially says that there's a stone house. That's the best picture I could get with my phone up there, which is pretty grainy, but it says if you follow the trail up, the remains of the stone house, but I wasn't feeling it, and I did try to talk Dick into it, and he wasn't feeling it either. But it looks cool, but I don't know why anybody would build their house up that steep of a hill, because it was probably, I don't know, 50, 75 feet up. Okay, 50 feet up, but enough you'd have had to scramble, kind of scramble to get up there, and I wasn't feeling it.
Oh, there's a picture.
Okay, this was the Pfeiffer resident, and the plaque up there says Charles Anderson Pfeiffer purchased this family home after his marriage to Ellen Louise Olson in 1890. While Charles managed the Pfeiffer store, where his uncle and later worked as a gold and cleanup man at the General Custer Mill. As the family increased in size, the kitchen and bedroom were added to the family home. The roof shingles are made of Flattened cans families in Custer were not an oddity, but certainly weren't the norm either, as most miners and the supporting merchants were single men. So this is one of the rarities there. There weren't very many families there and weren't very many women there. It's a pretty cool little setup. I mean, there's the living room, bedroom. I mean, it's certainly nothing fancy. And back in the day, they used newspaper to help seal the house up from wind and all. And pretty interesting.
Floor is a little soft in here. Wow. The old papers on the wall. Crazy for insulation. They used to put newspapers all over their walls in order to keep out wind and weather because these old cabins could be quite drafty. This is most likely where we got the word wallpaper from. Later, people started using actual wallpaper in patterns and styles. And find a structure that is very tall. It'll crush you. Look out. Can crush you.
Okay,
Right.
I'm sad to say this took me longer than it should have for me to have figured out what that clue meant. But I read it again and I eventually do figure it.
Clue number 7. Stop looking at the wall and find a structure that is very tall. I don't want to rush you, but look out. This thing could crush you. Oh, the rock crusher outside. Got it. Out the window. The rock crusher. So very cool. Also, they put the wallpaper over the other newspaper. Cipher. Okay, paper.
And straight ahead is the rock crusher they used for the milling.
Chilean mill and jig. Shake it up. So this is the blacksmith shop. Looks pretty interesting. This old town is so cool. Custer's Ghost Town. They use this for the millings of the mine. We have to get some information on it, but what a cool stop. Just to explore about and see some of this stuff. Pretty cool. Oh, look at the DoubleTree thing. Forge. Definitely an interesting stop. Fun place to visit and see, and we couldn't figure out how to get here with the side-by-side, but that's why we have a Jeep. If we can't get here by the side-by-side, we use the Jeep. Look at this old tractor. Difficult work of mining required. So an old blacksmith smoking steel shop. Steel tractor. Wagon. I probably need to change my battery. Old wagon. Freight wagon. Huh. Custer Jail.
There was lots of things to see here, but as you can hear, the wind is really starting to pick up and it's getting a little chilly. So, yeah. Well, it was starting to be time to put on a jacket or go home. The plaque here reads Mackenzie's Residence, Custer's Finest. Says this house was built in 1880, eventually became the home of the Mackenzie family. Kenneth and Lillian Mackenzie lived here with their three children, Doris, Claude, and Maxine, with a stained glass window over an arched doorway, a well near the window, water pump directly into the kitchen, carpet on the living room floor, spacious rooms, and two chimneys. This was a home built for comfort and one of the finest houses in Custer. In 1908, the Mackenzie family was one of the three families from Custer to enter the World's Fair in St. Louis. So pretty cool stuff here. Pretty fancy for back in the day. And there is a sign saying don't enter the sealed off rooms. That those are actual um, clothing and household gear from that time period from those families. So not to go in and touch anything, which of course I would never. But very cool stuff to see the actual stuff that came out of the home. I just noticed the ceiling in this room about this point in the video, and it was stunning. So I had to make sure I got some pictures and some video of it because, wow, really pretty. And with the exposed beams there, I don't know, it just struck me as very odd. I hadn't seen like that and thought it was very pretty. One of the things I did find fascinating was walking from this house over to the next one, which is Tully's cabin. And the plaque there says this building was one of the smaller homes in Custer, was built using prefabricated panels for walls. It housed a small family and many a bachelor miner. One such family was Francis Tully, who played his fiddle for many dances in and around Custer. Nearby, in another small cabin, was a house of ill fame. These ladies had a hard life but generously lent a hand and took care of many sick and injured people. They often saved small treats for the children, and their worn out dresses were remodeled into fancy hand me downs. Louis Mavidi was known for her expertise as a seamstress and remade many of the dresses. Her family was not rich by any means, but they were well dressed.
A
But
family lived in
such a
this?
difference from the fancy house to this one room shack.
Pretty small.
I didn't realize it before, but when I got here, they have a video playing that would definitely be
Services
something
like a
worth
hot
watching
meal or a place to
if
spend the
you're
night were
here.
provided to travelers.
I just put a little clip of this in here, but pretty cool. I did watch quite a bit of it, but I didn't want to put that in here. If you want to see it, you have to go to Custer to see it.
Process ore from Custer Mountain Mines. This 20 to 30 stamp mill crushed 900 tons of ore each month, and in its first year produced $1 million in gold and silver bullion.
I would love to have included more of this video, but you get into copyright, and I didn't want to infringe on that stuff. So pretty cool. And what a surprise! I found finding somebody to talk to. So
All right, it's time to go
bother
find
him.
lunch. I'm hungry.
This is the man right here that built all this.
You built all this?
No, I didn't build this town. But I helped build the road.
He tells it better, so I'm sorry. He was giving you all the
that's
billing.
Like this town, well, it's like I have the Clayton Museum.
Oh, okay.
That building was built in 1880.
Okay.
Some of these I see from 1880.
His dad was working in the mine up here when World War II broke out.
Oh, wow. This is incredible. Hey, there's a old stone building up there. You want to climb up there and take some pictures?
No.
I took some from down, but you know, I think it'd be really good if you go up there and get some photos.
No.
No,
He
not
don't
cooperative
he
at
don't
all.
think so.
Not cooperative at all. Let's go get lunch.
Yeah, that's like I had back at the house. I had an old two-man saw. My dad had that thing hanged, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's my grandfather's."
We have to hang it up on the wall.
Yeah, that's my grandfather's crosscut saw and all that.
It was in the barn. It was
Well, I
great
cleaned
until
the
my
thing
dad
up
looked
and
at
I
it.
hung it and all that. And she'd come say, "Yeah, that's my grandfather. Yeah, back in the day, he built half of Florida right there with that crosscut
I'd
saw."
say that.
You know. And then one day, sitting there talking about her dad was standing there. You know, we had it in our barn. The old barn fell down.
So
we
he
had
took it in
our
the
barn.
house.
She's sitting there, yeah, that's old Grandpa's saw, and her dad's standing there like, "No, it ain't." He goes, "I bought that thing for 25 cents at the dump."
He got it at the dump and brought it home.
And that is the kind of riveting conversations that Nick and them have when I'm not around. But this has been fun exploring Custer. Now we're going to go grab some lunch or go back to the camper and grab some lunch. It was a fun day, and we had a great time here exploring. So I'm going to include the photos I took from the area. If you're interested in them, they'll just be a couple seconds each. So I hope you enjoy them. We had a fun day exploring the Gold Dredge. That's not something you see very often. They also said there's one in Sumter, Oregon, so I'm going to have to put that on my list to think about. Try to get there. But we had a great time exploring. I didn't include of all. There was a whole lot more things you could have walked around at Custer to have seen. A whole lot more you could have seen at the Dredge. But it gives you a pretty good idea of what we saw. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. It was a little chilly, a little windy, but we had a lot of fun exploring this area. And this area is so pretty. It's definitely on our list to maybe come back here and explore more when we have another chance. But great area, had a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching.
the ending before the movie was done. I got